My life hasn't been what you probably think it has. We all have our struggles.
Have you ever been in love?
A long, long time ago. You?
So many times, yeah. All the time.
Welcome to the future. Life is good, but it can be better. And why shouldn't it be? All you need is to want it. Think about finally having everything you always wanted.
I can save today, but you can save the world.
Steve.
Now,
I take what I want in return.
everyone will see. The world needs you. You know what you need to do.
Nothing good is born from lies. And greatness is not what you think.
It's all art. That's just a trash can.
It's just a trash can. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my new Wonder Woman 1984 trailer video. They just released a brand new prequel story for the movie that explains what's going on and why everything is so crazy in the trailer, and a bunch of Wonder Woman Justice League Snyder Cut stuff in addition, separately, and Wonder Woman DC future movies, spin-offs, and TV shows that they're working on. So we'll break it all down. There's a lot of big DC stuff happening right now because we're heading into that big DC Fandome Comic-Con panel, and I'll be doing videos for all that stuff too because they'll be dropping a bunch of footage. We'll do a new Amazon giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and let me know what you want them to do with Wonder Woman after Wonder Woman 1984. I'll just number these as we go along just to stay organized, but the first big thing is the prequel story that they just released for Wonder Woman 1984 is how it connects with what's going on with Cheetah, the Wonder Woman character, Steve Trevor coming back with his special little fanny pack there walking around in the trailer, and Maxwell Lord, who's supposed to be the villain of the movie. But since this is happening in 1984, there's no Justice League yet. Superman in the Man of Steel movie hasn't even crashed to Earth in his pod. That's around 1986 since he's about 27 during Man of Steel. Fun fact though, if we're talking about Justice League connections here, Batman's parents were killed in Crime Alley when he was about 8 years old, canonically. If this movie is taking place in 1984, then Ben Affleck's Batman would have already lost his parents a couple years earlier if he's supposed to be around 42 or so during Batman v Superman. We don't know exactly what the year is going to be for Robert Pattinson's The Batman movie, so I can't say 100% when he was born, but he's supposed to be a younger version of the character. But it's not connected to the Wonder Woman movies or to Justice League, the Justice League Snyder Cut, or any of that stuff, so don't worry too much about the timeline for the Batman movie. We'll talk about that when they start releasing more Batman trailers. But in this big Wonder Woman 1984 movie prequel story that they just released, she's been working at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. for a while, putting out some small fires. She's still Wonder Woman, she's still helping people out, but it's much smaller scale. There aren't any major wars that she's participated in the last year or so heading into the movie. It's really during the events of the movie that things go into global catastrophe mode. They're not retconning anything during this movie, so the Justice League timeline, all the pre-existing Wonder Woman movie story that you've seen through Batman v Superman, the first Wonder Woman movie, that's all still valid. So eventually in the future, she goes to work for the Louvre in Paris, like we saw during Batman v Superman or during the first Wonder Woman movie. But the big thing about the prequel story that they just revealed is it explains what the Dreamstone is and how it fits into the Wonder Woman mythology as an object created by one of the Greek gods. The Dreamstone is the special black rock that you see in all the trailers. They implied that Ares killed most of the other Greek gods in that big flashback scene in the first Wonder Woman movie. This big rebellion happened when Zeus was creating Themyscira. But if Ares survived to present day, now it's implied that other gods also survived to present day. Here's the big thing about the movie. Even though a lot of people had early theories about where Maxwell Lord gets his power from because of how he works in the comics, there aren't any actual gods played by other characters supposed to be in the movie. There's no secret god like Ares in the first movie hiding out wearing the skin of a human, pretending to be normal, pulling the strings or anything like that. But during the prequel story, there's this whole subplot about people stealing antiquities and special items with power that are headed to the Smithsonian for Wonder Woman and Barbara Minerva to investigate and catalog. We learned that Barbara Minerva is just another archaeologist working at the Smithsonian that Wonder Woman befriends, and she starts to idealize her. One of the special items that winds up getting stolen is the special black rock. And it's just Maxwell Lord manipulating the Dreamstone and Cheetah that explains why everything goes completely crazy during the movie. So technically he does wind up using power of the gods. It's just that you never really see who that god is. They never really explain which god created the Dreamstone. But it is exactly what it sounds like. It has the ability to grant one of your wishes or deepest desires, making it come true. But it's a big monkey's paw situation, and the way they balance the story is that the god power of the Dreamstone doesn't just create something out of nothing, law of equal exchange. When you use its power, it also takes something of equal value from you. So number 3, this is what explains Cheetah becoming full-blown comic book Cheetah, and Steve Trevor coming back during the movie, and even Wonder Woman wearing that special golden armor. Because there are all kinds of fan theories about what's going on when this was first revealed. People thought that it was Hades bringing Steve Trevor back from the underworld, because we're talking Greek gods here. People thought that he was Martian Manhunter for a little while, pretending to be Steve Trevor. So he's real, he's full-on back to life, none the worse for wear. And it's all because Wonder Woman accidentally uses the Dreamstone's power without realizing what the consequences are. You have to give up something in order for the power to work its magic. Wonder Woman and Cheetah's wishes sort of overlap with each other, and Maxwell Lord is trying to manipulate both of them. So notice how awkward Cheetah seems when she's talking to Wonder Woman at the beginning of the trailer here. She's still full-on Barbara Minerva, but then later in the trailer and these pictures, she mysteriously gets super hot and super confident in herself. Then at the end of the movie, gets more and more powerful, eventually turning into full-blown Cheetah monster form from the comics. It's the Cheetah wishes early in the movie that she could be just like Wonder Woman. So because it's a comic book movie, of course the Dreamstone literally makes her like Wonder Woman, and in order to get Steve Trevor back to life, the Dreamstone takes Wonder Woman's power from her, simultaneously giving it to Cheetah. And that sort of explains why Wonder Woman has to wear that special suit of golden armor from the comics. So number 2, more Steve Trevor. As you can see, there's a moment in the trailer. This kind of explains what's going on when Wonder Woman is freaking out and Steve Trevor tells her, "You know what you have to do." This is Wonder Woman after she's lost her power. She has to take her wish back, reversing Steve Trevor so that he goes back to being dead and gone. But in exchange, she gets all of her powers back and she can finally stop Cheetah and Maxwell Lord. The reason why it seems like she's flying into thin air is just because she's lassoing a regular airplane and they hadn't finished the visual effects on the trailer when they released this. Still pretty cool scene, it's just kind of misleading the way you see it during the trailer, but most trailers are like that. It's the same situation where it seems like she's lassoing the lightning bolts in these really crazy trailer scenes here. It's just that there's a lot of unfinished special effects and visual effects here. The number 1, the whole thing with Wonder Woman in the Justice League Snyder Cut, as you saw from the last big Snyder Cut trailer they released, is there's a ton more subplot and story with her character and her history incorporated to the dark side parts of the movie. They fight him off, but this is all happening before Wonder Woman is born, so she's learning about this for the first time in this scene here. There's also a ton more Wonder Woman in present day running around during the alternate storylines with the other characters. You have to imagine that the Snyder Cut is going to be over 4 hours long, so it's almost like they're adding an entire new movie or even 2 movies into what we originally saw. But all this Justice League Snyder Cut stuff isn't connected to the other spin-offs and future Wonder Woman projects that Patty Jenkins has been talking about. So obviously they're doing Wonder Woman 3, but Patty Jenkins was also working on a spin-off Wonder Woman movie. She said that's on hold right now, and she also recently said that they're developing an animated Wonder Woman TV show, but no idea when that would premiere, but it would be an HBO Max show. So most of the really big new DC series that they're developing are for HBO Max. There's supposed to be a much longer Justice League Snyder Cut trailer at the big DC Fandome Comic-Con panel that Zack Snyder is doing next month. There's also a special Justice League convention that he's doing this month in July, so he'll also probably reveal some new details, deleted scenes, and storylines that he's adding back in. So whatever that is, I'll do videos for that stuff too. While you wait for everything, click here for that really cool video of Henry Cavill building himself a gaming PC for the first time during the quarantine, and click here for that last big Justice League Snyder Cut trailer that they released. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe. I'll see you guys tonight.